Hi, today I'll be talking about harmonic and melodic implications, 18-note patterns, 3-note per string scales. This is going to be part 2 from the previous video. So today I'll be looking at the 5th position of the 3-note per string scale. So I'll just play through that briefly. This is a B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. All right, so there's 18 notes there. So then what I've done is I've created these randomized patterns, and you'll see a PDF in the description below. You can download that from my Dropbox. So then the idea here is you take these randomized notes and then you just kind of explore through them and see how you can, use them in your own improvisations and kind of come up with your own little riff. So I think I have about 16 examples here, so I can see if I can get through them all for today. Okay, so this is going to be the first line, and this is like the first measure plus one extra note. So you have, so that's like a kind of E minor pentatonic chord. So kind of you can call that a quartal chord. So that's an interesting place in the pentatonic scale. So that could be considered part of an E minor pentatonic, right? Or it could be considered part of a B minor pentatonic. All right, so I'll just do a little riff here. I'll just play like an E bass, and then a B bass. E bass. I'll throw in some scale notes. E minor pentatonic. B minor. All right, very useful, chord. Okay, then there's another pentatonic chord here, second beat, second and third measures, D, E, A. So when I hear that sound, I think of Lenny Breau Last Sessions. He has like a little riff that he does now. He's obviously playing finger style with the thumb pick, but it's something like it's like taking this shape and he's going. But I think he skips. I think he changes strings there. It's like, and then I think he goes. I'm not sure, but. So I'm just following along G Major Pentatonic, D, E. All right, so that's that next pentatonic chord. Okay, so then the next thing, this is kind of hard to see and hear, but if you take 7, 6, 7, it's sort of like a B minor 7 flat 5 chord. So then a very common device is any B minor 7 flat 5 chord. If you move the voicing up 3 frets, it functions as the 5 chord. So that'd be like a I guess kind of altered with that C in there, and then you move it up another 4 frets, and then it gives you like an A minor 6. So in conventional chords, B minor 7, E7. And then to some kind of A minor 6. I'll do that again. So right, there's your third measure there. There's your bass, up 3 frets. There's your E bass, and then up 4 frets. Okay, next measure, not much happening there. Okay, so then the 5th measure, right, that's like kind of like almost like a C5 chord. Like if you added this extra note here, that would be like an extended like power chord. So I'm just gonna play that finger style. And I can kind of move that around. I can add in, maybe add in a bass there. And so on. Okay, then the very last measure, just like sort of a typical walk down. And then I'm kind of hearing that going to like an A or A minor chord. Okay, second line. Okay, so we so this was in the this particular voicing was in the other from the last example, last video. So it's sort of like an F major 7 chord. So I can add like an F bass here. And this would sound interesting to kind of move around. Up to G, A, G, or a C bass, or maybe a B flat bass, F bass. Okay, a couple ideas there. Okay, so then in the third measure of that second line, G, B, G, so G triad. So I came up with a little riff. This kind of sounds a little bit like that spinning wheel from I can't think of the group's name. Now down to F, E flat, F, F, E flat. Oh, blood, sweat, yeah, blood, sweat, and tears. A spinning wheel. Okay, going on to the fourth measure. So yeah, so this is that. Yeah, so this is kind of an interesting device here that I'm going to do here. And I'm going to add like a G chord in the middle there. So G, B, D, G, B, D, G. And now the next measure leading to an F chord. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3. Fourth and fifth measure to a G chord. Have a nice little melody here. One more time. Okay, nothing in the last measure. Okay, going on to the third line. Let's see couldn't get anything out of that one. Okay, so this chord, this second measure, to my ear, that kind of sounds like a C major 9 chord. So I just started moving this around. B flat, A, G, and it started reminding me of songs in the first real book, Forest Flower by Charles Lloyd. So we can maybe adapt this. So you got A major 9, C, B flat major 7. Right then. Right, and then as I was playing around with this, I thought it would be kind of interesting. You have this voicing here for the A, and then you can do what's called fifth finger voicing. See what I'm doing there? So I'm taking my first finger, I'm adding the major 7 there, same thing with the G chord. Adding the major 7, same as C chord. kind of going from the 8th fret to the 7th fret to add that major 7 and then B flat. Okay, I'll kind of play through that a couple times, and I'll just kind of play with that 9, going from the 9 to the major 7. Okay, nothing else for the third measure. Okay, so then fourth and fifth measures, we have a kind of an interesting C melody there. Oh, actually, before I do that, fourth and fifth measure, you have this. I think I did something like that in the last video. A bass. B flat bass. A bass. Kind of sounds a little bit like a Pat Metheny riff from some of those old ECM records. Then you also have this in those fifth measure, fourth and fifth measure, starting from that second note. Right, that's kind of like from almost like a C chord first inversion, and then 9/8. So kind of coming all from a C chord. C bass like a couple more times. Okay, and then what else do I got here? Okay, and then I guess there's those double octaves there. All right, so I think what I'll do here, I'll go finger style. Maybe do like B minor pentatonic. Bar, or I can do discrete. So those double octaves are pretty interesting. Okay, now going on to the fourth line. So that first measure, just a D minor chord, and you got the A in the bass. So I'm just going to take this through D minor, then up to E minor. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go up to an F chord, so that the root and fifth stay the same, but I have to change that to a major third. And I'll do the same thing on the G chord. Okay, back to the original D minor, E minor, F major transformed, D, G. One more time. Okay, now the second measure and the first beat of the next measure are kind of like an E minor 7 sus. Right, so I'm just going to take that from an E minor. I guess I can add a low E bass here. And I'm going to go down to D minor. Nice melodic idea there. And then let's see, then we'll go to so the fifth measure. This is kind of interesting. Right, so that you can think of that as so like an Fadd9 chord. I go up to G, F, have one more example for today. So this is going to be kind of a blues cliche, right? So I talked about this same riff in the previous video, just in a different position. So I'm going to slide up with the third finger, play that last measure, and then I'm going to add in the power chord. So this makes an interesting rhythm riff. Up to F, up to G, down to F, back to C. That's kind of cool. So adding in that kind of rock riff. So let me see. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. So you can see how you can take the scale, you can randomize it in your own way. I just pulled the numbers out of a hat and just created these note sequences, and then just try exploring them: 3 notes, 2 notes, 5 or 6 notes, and combine them and use them to create your own kind of melodic and harmonic riffs, songwriting ideas, riff writing ideas. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for listening and watching.